Hi folks, today's project is going to be to practice LED lights for this garage cabinet, as you can see here. This is the before state. Obviously I tidied it up before I set the camera rolling, but I aim to put some LED light bars definitely underneath here and possibly underneath here. That will give me practical experience of using LED light bars that I might be able to then use in the house. So I'll give you a little run through of what I've got here on the table. These are LED channels with a diffuser lid to give a nice even light. This is the packet of LEDs. I've got the new soldering iron to solder the contacts if I need to. Safety goggles, heat shrink tubing if I need that. Some cable, a power adapter. I tested this out last night. This one works really great. That one I bought off Amazon. That didn't work at all. That's the details of the channel if you need it. And this is the LED light strip. Let's open this up so we can see what we've got inside. All right. I already put one of the connectors on here, but this is the LED light strip. Self-adhesive on the back, and it's almost continuous. You can see there's a really high number of LEDs in here. This thing is going to look beautiful when it's installed in the channel, as I described earlier. So here's the channel, and the diffuser goes on top. All I got to do is cut these things to length and get them installed over there, and I will give you an update on my progress. Alright, first step is I've measured each of these where the blue tape is, and I am going to cut through using a basic junior hacksaw and trim these things to length. It's a pretty easy job. I thought about there you go. As you can see, that took about 30 seconds to do one. I thought about getting all sorts of like power tools on it, but to be honest, these things are pretty thin and I didn't take a lot of time, so I'm happy with the low-key approach. Okay, moment of truth. I made some connections. Here we go. And I cut the metal to length. Right now, I'm just holding it together with a little clip, as you can see here. Now what I'm going to do, before I peel back the double-sided sticky tape on the light, I connected it to the connector at the end here. Can we see? Yep. Right there. I'll plug that into there. I'm going to see if I didn't screw it up. Oh, yeah. Woo. That would tell you what, that like 1 second delay really got me scared here. Okay, that's my LED channel. Looks quite nice. Then I'm going to have the diffuser on top of it. So there you go. It's going to look like that. It's going to look pretty sweet. This is the light that's going to go on the underside of here, so I can see my tools. I'll tape it together in the middle. We'll get the light glued in, or the double-sided sticky tape going, and then we'll experiment to find out what the best position is. More to come. Well, I figured you may want to see this as it happens, so now we know the light works. Let's just peel off the blue tape. Oh, come on, fingers. Come on. Alright, obviously I'm going to edit out 5 seconds of video. Alright, I've got the tape peeled off. Let's start this here. Right in the middle. Perfect. Just push and press. I'm going to do that all the way to the end. Okay, let's cut the things to length, the diffusers to length. So this comes into about here. I'm using these DeWalt pliers. Well, kind of crushed it. Maybe I should have. Okay. Alright, that was a bad idea. I should have used the crusher part of the pliers to crush on the other part, you know, but anyway. What are you gonna do? Now, I'm going to just put this, snap this into place. Alright. Work my fingers along as we go. Oh yeah, it's going in nicely. You see, I'm gonna all the way to the end. Beautiful, beautiful job. A little bit bigger, I think. Let's see. Well, maybe I'll just trim that off a little bit. I'm gonna hold it the other way around so that when I crush it, it crushes the part that's getting cut off. All right. Well, nobody's going to look up there anyway. You know what? I put the factory joint in the middle on both ends. Right. Almost there. I feel a little hurried to get that in there. Alright, we are snapped in the whole way. Let's plug it in and see how it looks with the diffused light. Wow, that looks awesome. Now, we're going to figure out, I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the middle, maybe not, to hold it in place. I'm going to try and find out where the best spot is underneath. Meanwhile, I really like the look up top. Very good and even light. This is what it would look like if I put it under the cabinet. Woo, wow, that looks amazing. And which is better, further back or further forward? I think further forward is actually better. All right, next step is to get the light strip affixed to the underneath. And here you can see, there it is. I put some adhesive, 3M adhesive stickers on it. That's what I'm going to figure out. Well, yeah, illuminates the front nicely. All right. Now we've established that. It's a case of peel off the stickies. See what I mean about smoke? And there you go. Oh yeah, brush it on. Ooh, nice. Oh, I don't even feel that that sucker is glued on. Going somewhere. A big blob of this stuff. There you go. Whew. Let that cool down for a second. We'll move over to the red contact. I mean, those two wires come into contact with each other. We'll fuse this sucker. Oh, nice. Ah, that's a good solder. Alright, so let that cool for a sec. I got one. Okay, now we're going to find out whether my soldering was any good. As you can see where let's just get the blue tape off for a moment. We will see if we've made some. I mean, to be honest, they look pretty awful. Alright, so the trick is test to make sure the electrical connections are good. Then we will fit on the wire channels up top. Then we'll insert all of this into the wire channels. Alright, so that's all the blue tape off. Now I'm going to take the end of my cables and I'm going to plug it in to the little clips that I created. Probably easiest if you see it down here. So here's a red, here's a black. I unplugged it from the wall, so put the black one in with the black cables, snap like that. Red one in with the red cables. Okay, clipped in nicely. See if it works. Wow, my first set of soldering, I mean, you've got to admit, it looks pretty bad, but it worked. Okay, so now we're going to get the light tubes up here, these little rail things. And you see, right, there's this metal bar right here, which is why I wasn't able to have one giant strip, which is why I had to do all this soldering, which was painful. So this is going to go up here like that, nearish the front, and hopefully, the only thing I didn't do was cut the channels, cut the diffuser covers. So I'm going to cut that now, and then I'm going to stick it up, and we'll see. Check in soon. As you can see, the lights are up. Now, a little bit of finishing touch just for now. Next thing I'm going to do is get a motion sensor so that I don't have to plug or unplug these lights, but for the time being we are just going to cover this black and red cable with a little bit of electrical tape. Maybe I need a staple gun too. Alright, let's just get that going down there. Okay. Like so. Alright, looking good. I was a little close on the measurement of this electrical cable. However, it is what it is. Let's pop that there like that. There we go. Not looking too bad. Final piece. There you go. You wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know it was there. Unless you've got a magnifying glass. Okay, so here's the finished light strip going underneath, around the corner, through that little hole up there, continuing through to here. Let's pull out for the full dramatic reveal. Now, what's awesome here, this is a total game changer. Like I went into the drawer, looked for something, you see the level of light in there. Let's just compare it now. Simple plug here, and let's take that off. All right, now let's compare it. Before, it's a reasonable amount of light. The camera shifted into low light mode. But look, I'm looking for something, you know, it's a little dark in there. Let's just plug the light in. That is a whole lot better. So there you go. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And maybe I'll post the next adventure, which is basically maybe doing something like this in a set of closets inside the house. Okay, bye. Okay, here's the final update of my garage project. I added a motion sensor, so when you walk up to the thing, the motion sensor will detect. There you go, you see? The lights come on automatically. That is such a game changer because now I never need to worry about a light switch. I just walk up and the light is right where I need it. Got beautiful lighting here. I can clearly see everything that I've got. It's a perfect little setup. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you.